Welcome to another video. So today we're going to be cooking oxtail stew. Sorry I'm not in the video much. I wanted to concentrate on the actual cooking. So here we've got a crock pot. This is just a standard crock pot we have. Any size would work as long as all your ingredients will fit. So if you question if everything will fit, definitely check beforehand. So here we have 3.5 pounds of oxtail. Just dumping it straight in, nothing special. I'm not cutting the meat off the bones. I want the bones to be in there. It'll flavor up the broth really well. And don't mind the dogs, they're barking in the background. It's 100 and something outside, so they don't need to be out right now. Alright, so here we've got some salt. I like using sea salt just because it's a little better for you. Just a nice little dash of it on here. You don't want to put too much at first. A little bit of pepper. Again, don't want to put too much on here at first. Just enough to give it a little bit of flavor while it's cooking. And I don't ever measure anything when I cook this recipe. I just kind of eyeball it and fix it to taste. So here I'm just going to make sure everything's kind of spread out evenly, because this is the most important part of your whole recipe, is making sure that this gets cooked good. So here we've got a can of beef broth. You only want one can. Make sure you remember that. Just one can of beef broth. That's all you want. So you're going to dump this in. You're going to turn your crock pot on low. This was actually about 7 o'clock in the morning when I turned this on. This recipe does take in the crock pot about 8 to 9 hours to fully cook. So here we're going to turn it on low, put it on medium, and I always clamp my lid down just because I do have a little kid running around in case he decides that he wants to run in front of it or something. So this is about 4 hours later. I've got potatoes cut up. I've got an onion, a bunch of celery. I've cut the entire bunch of celery up. I think we had 4 potatoes that we cut up in this, and they were smaller potatoes. You know, definitely cut it to what you want. Look at that bubbling. And you're going to add your onion, your carrot, your celery all in. Get as much as you can. And then you're going to stir this around a little bit. You definitely want to try to get those potatoes in there, because those potatoes are going to be important. There I'm showing you the carrot chips. We like buying already cut carrot chips to put in this, but definitely get this stirred in where your potatoes are in that juice, you know, so they can cook over time. My wife was trying to help me, and there it is, stirred up. All right, so we're going to mix in some thyme. Again, I don't measure this. I just kind of eyeball it, make it look good. And then we'll put in some parsley. Again, I don't measure. I'm just going to make it look good. And you'll probably add more of both later on when you actually start tasting your broth. So once you've done that, you're going to add in the carrots. And the carrots, you want them to sit just kind of on top, because you don't want your carrots to get too mushy. And they will get too mushy if you push them down and mix them all up. So you want them to sit kind of on top like that. Alright, so you're going to put your lid on and you're going to let it cook some more. Again, you're putting in your vegetables after your meat's been cooking for about 4 hours. You're going to leave it on low setting on your crock pot. You're going to add, I'm putting in 1 jar, so that's equivalent to about 2 cups of water. And that's all the liquid you're going to put in this. And you'll find by the time this cooks down, you're going to have liquid up almost to the rim, because all the liquid's going to come out of the celery, it's going to come out of those carrots, it's going to come out of the onion, and it's going to be just wonderful. So this is about 4 hours later, and look at that. That's what I'm talking about. It's all kind of come to the top. You can see the fat floating around. Don't strain the fat. You want that in there. That's got that flavor. Just kind of mix it up here a little bit. And here you want to taste your broth. If it doesn't taste right, add more salt, add more pepper, add more celery, more thyme. And just look at that meat. Just falls off the bone. If you've ever had oxtail before, it can be a very tough meat if it's not prepared correctly. And look at that, just falling apart. Oh my God, it's so wonderful. Make myself want to eat some more and get sick. So here it is dished up. Dish it up however you want. I just put it in a bowl with the bones and all. So hope you enjoy this recipe. Simple and easy. Just make sure you follow it. Thanks for watching today's video, guys. Like and subscribe for more.